Mrs. Bolton? What are you thinking kicking me out of my room? Me and my son are going to be living in this high-rise condo without you from now on. But this is my house. No, this is me and my son Carlo's house. Honestly, how many times do I have to tell you until you understand? The husband is the pillar of the household, which means that Carlo is the owner of this house, and I am Carlo's mother, meaning that I have the right to decide whether you can live here or not, but you still repeatedly insist that this is your house, acting all arrogant. I hate your face so much it makes me sick. Why did Carlo marry a woman like you in the first place? Mrs. Bolton, you keep calling me you, but I have a name, Erica. A bitch like you doesn't need a name. I hate you from the bottom of my heart. Leave. I understand that you enjoy insulting me, your son's wife, but haven't you noticed how both your husband and your son look at you? I said this is me and Carlo's room, not yours. Besides, I already decided to divorce my husband. And isn't your husband telling you to quit it and just come home already? It's already been 3 months since he barged into our house and just started living here, not to mention that you kicked me out of the room that I'm the owner of. It doesn't matter. You just have to divorce Carlo and we won't have any more problems. What? Divorce? I don't need a man so poor that he can only get a shabby apartment to live in. Once I divorce him, I'll have no choice but to move in with my son, which means that I'll automatically be able to live in this high-rise condo in a room on the 40th floor. That's why you're divorcing him? Who cares about the reason? I'll divorce him if I want to. Anyways, I'm not going to let you return to this house. What do you plan on doing with my stuff? At the present, I only have my phone and wallet in the bag I'm putting them in. Hire a moving company to pick up your stuff for you. I'll let you do that at least. I'm not going to let you come back here no matter what. Is that so? Fine, I understand. If you come, I'll call the police for trespassing. That's exactly what I want to tell you, but alright. Huh? I guess if this means that I no longer have to live with you, then alright, I guess. Hi, Carlos. I know you're currently on a business trip, but this is urgent.
Oh. Hi, Erica.
Is now a good time?
Yep, I'm free right now. What's the matter? You were taking a day off today, right?
Your mother kicked me out of our house.
What?
I went to buy some stuff at the convenience store and she locked me out.
You didn't bring a key with you?
I thought I did, but when I looked at my key holder, only my house key was gone. I think your mother must have stolen it.
Jesus, that woman is going too far.
Hey, Carlo. I understand painfully well now that your mother has wanted to live in a high-rise condo for a long time now, but I feel that recently she's been a lot more fervent about it than usual. She's even saying that she's going to divorce your father so she can live at our house.
What? She said that?
I'm sorry, but I ended up unconsciously muttering under my breath, this family is done for.
It must have been that serious if she made you say that.
I'll send you screenshots of the conversation we had by text after she kicked me out of our condo. I'll let you decide whether to show it to your dad or not.
All right. Got it.
Well, that's the situation. What she's doing seems a bit strange, even for your mother. I think something must have happened to her.
Oh, that reminds me. Dad told me this recently, but apparently the daughter of an old friend of Mom's married an extremely rich capitalist.
By your old friend, do you mean that person your mother sometimes insults and complains about?
Yep, that person. For some reason, Mother sees her as a rival.
Didn't she lose her husband 20 years ago and raised her daughter basically on her own?
Yep, Mother apparently thought that she was better than her as a woman because she had a husband and her friend didn't. But her daughter married a capitalist, and a filthy rich one at that. And apparently the newly married couple proposed themselves that she'd live with them on the 30th floor of a high-rise condo.
Oh, and we live on the 40th floor, so it's 2 floors higher.
Yep, that's it. I don't think it matters since we live in different buildings, but apparently Mother doesn't think that way.
I see. I think I now understand what your mother's thinking, but I won't just let her take over our house because of something that stupid.
Agreed. Anyways, we have to do something about you being kicked out. Why didn't you contact the landowners?
Yeah, I considered about that too, but given the timing, I thought that it would be better if we set into motion that plan we were talking about.
Huh? Oh, that plan. I was thinking of letting you decide when we do it, but given the situation, are you sure it's all right?
It is a bit inconvenient, but the preparation is almost complete, so there shouldn't be a problem. Now I just need the cooperation of you and your father.
Got it. I'll contact Dad about it.
Thanks. I'm counting on you.
On the other hand, though, what are you going to do tonight?
I'm going to stay in the business hotel near the station. I intend on going as soon as I can check in.
Alright, got it. I'm so sorry about my mother. I'm going to support what you're trying to do as much as I can.
Yep, I'm counting on you.
Oh, looks like I need to get back to work soon.
Thanks. I know you're busy. Take care.
Yep, don't push yourself too hard.
The moving company you hired came. Yep, it's just as they told me. All they have to do is take all the stuff in my room, so you don't need to do anything. Yeah, I don't care, as long as you leave. By the way, I heard you sent your husband the divorce papers? Yep. I mean, why would I live with him when my son lives in a high-rise condo like this? I don't need a husband that lives in a shack of an apartment anymore. I got a text from him earlier saying that he turned in the divorce papers as well, so now me and Carlo can live together, just the 2 of us as a family. Carlo says he's going to talk to the people at the moving company, so I'll go and watch a movie or something. In my opinion, it would be best for you not to get too ahead of yourself, though. Erica! Is something the matter? What's the meaning of this? Why? I understand that your stuff is gone, but where is Carlo's stuff? Why did everything except my stuff disappear? I'm going to need you to take your stuff out of the room soon as well. Oh, what? Why? But me and Carlo are supposed to live in this high-rise condo together from now on. We decided to give up that room for rent. Huh? What do you mean? I thought I explained this to you before, both when I got married to Carlo and when you suddenly started living with us. The room at the high-rise condo is something I inherited from my late father. Huh? Me, the owner, am no longer going to live there. So instead of just making it an empty room, I decided to give it up for rent to earn some revenue. Hold on, wait. Your father had a large enough income to buy a room at a high-rise condo like this? Yes, he was. He ran a company. You mean he was a CEO? Also, I inherited his money, and your son Carlo is an employee there. What? Carlo's an employee at the company you own. Yep, he's the head of the marketing department. Are you lying? No, I'm not. Then, does that mean that I threw away my new life at a high-rise condo by my own doing? Yep, that's what it means. What did you say? If that's the case, Erica, it's fine if you continue living here. I told you I was giving it up for rent. Let's forget anything happened and continue living together just like before. Speaking of which, if you're a CEO, then that must mean that Carlos struck a fortune with you. You should have told me about it sooner. How was I supposed to know? Let's get along from now on, right, Erica? Please, pack your stuff and leave in 3 days. Huh? Decide for yourself where you're going to move to. But that's going to be a problem for me. My parents' house no longer exists. I can't go home to my husband's house anymore either, since I already sent him the divorce papers. What do you want me to do? Well then, goodbye. Where are you telling me I should go? Erica! Carlo? Hey! At least you're still my ally, right?
Mother,
Carlo, I'm so glad you replied.
I'm going to be taking on Erica's last name, and I'm going to be living with Erica and her mother from now on.
What?
Goodbye.
Carlo, hold on. Carlo? Help your mother, please! I have nowhere left to go! Her one-sided rivalry with an old friend and her bullying of me. My mother-in-law divorced her husband based on a whim and kicked me out of the room I owned at a high-rise condo because she didn't know I was the owner. She thought she had saved her pride and was headed to victory, but in actuality, she was heading in the opposite direction. She must have never thought, even in her dreams, that she was diving headfirst into the worst possible direction. She was able to receive some property during the property division with her husband after divorce, but it seems that because of her rivalry with this old friend of hers, she was a careless spender of money. So, she spent almost all of her money on her new apartment. In this way, she lost everything, and the difference between her and our friend was almost that of heaven and hell. My mother-in-law had no skills to speak of, so now she lives a life of extreme poverty, juggling multiple low-paying jobs at once. I pity her, but I have no intention of helping her.
Hi, George. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Huh? Oh, what do you want, Cassandra? I'm kind of busy right now. I'm still working overtime.
Oh, overtime, huh? Was making out with a woman at a love hotel part of your job again?
What?
You just left the hotel with a woman right now, right?
What are you talking about? I'm still at the office.
Okay then. Turn around right now.
What is the meaning of this?
Wow, you're pretty fast when you run away.
What's going on? What did you do? You didn't tell me that you would be there when I turned around. How did you know I was here?
I followed you here. And why would I tell you? That would have ruined the whole purpose.
You followed me? This is called stalking, you know.
Well, the goal was to find out if you're cheating on me or not.
What do you mean cheating? I was only going over stuff from work with Jennifer.
You were talking about work. At a love hotel? Come on, I'm not that dumb.
Yes, I was. There's nothing strange or suspicious about it. I was trying out a new method of marketing, you see.
There's no such method of marketing.
It's a marketing method I came up with.
Huh?
You know how I'm going to inherit my father's company, right? I thought that we should incorporate such new methods of marketing into the company, you know?
You must be an idiot to think I would believe what you're saying.
What?
Did you create a report on the effects and results of making out with a woman who's not your fiancé at a love hotel? Using the company's products or something? Doesn't your father's company make appliances for office work? Did you tell your father, the CEO of the company, and your mother, the head of research and development, about this new marketing method of yours?
Shit.
Trying to make any excuses is just going to make you look pathetic, you know?
Fuck. Fine, I admit it. I prefer Jennifer over you.
You mean the woman you were with just now, right? Isn't she a new employee?
Yep. Now's the perfect timing, so I'll tell you. I found a woman that's better than you, so let's get divorced. I was only going to marry you in the first place because my parents recommended you to me. I was never that enthusiastic about it. Jennifer was the one who noticed how I was suffering and made me feel better. This isn't just me cheating on you. This is true love. Let's get divorced. Actually, no. I'm canceling the marriage right now. As of this moment, we're no longer together.
What? Are you sure this is what you want?
Yep. My body and my soul both now belong to Jennifer.
Ah, I see. Thanks for breaking up with me.
What? What do you mean, thanks?
Yep, I was worried a bit as to what to do if you refused to cancel the marriage.
What? Why would I refuse to cancel the marriage?
Anyways, I'm glad you were so enthusiastic at canceling our marriage. I've already done a lot of preparation and am planning on hiring a lawyer to take care of things.
What? A lawyer?
We were engaged after all, which means that to cancel the engagement, there's a lot of stuff we need to do. You know this, right? As soon as everything's ready, I'll contact you about the alimony for the marriage cancellation and about the cancellation fees for the wedding venue. There are a lot of things that need to be done, so I'm going to need to ask you for your cooperation. We need to talk about the business consequences that will come out of a marriage cancellation as well.
What? What do you mean business consequences? Don't we just break up and that's it? Why does it seem like this is going to be a huge hassle?
You're Cassandra Phillips, right? This is Jennifer Norris, George's new girlfriend. I wanted to talk to you, so I got your phone number from George.
Oh, the fact that you contacted me directly must mean that either you're quite thick-skinned or quite fearless. Or maybe both.
Yeah. I don't want to hear the howls of the dog who lost. So I'll ignore your remarks and continue with what I have to say, old lady.
What is it?
I heard that you and George are going to break up since you found out about our relationship. So I decided to apologize to you for stealing your boyfriend. It was less than 1 month before you two got married, right? I'm so evil.
Yes, we are going to break up. I'm going to be asking an alimony from you too, by the way.
What? What do you mean an alimony? Is this too the barks of the dog who lost? Didn't I just apologize to you for stealing your boyfriend? I apologize, so that's the end of this conversation. You already agreed to breaking up with George, so everything's been solved and we can all happily go our own ways.
Yes, I hired a lawyer to take care of things, specifically to make sure that we can all go happily on our own ways once the marriage cancellation has been made officially.
Huh? You hired a lawyer? Why did you go out of your way to do such a thing? Oh, I understand. You're trying to make this a big deal just so you can bother me and George, right? You're such a jealous woman. Even I feel a bit embarrassed.
Jennifer? Me and George weren't just boyfriend and girlfriend. But we were also engaged to each other.
So what if you're engaged to each other? Can you not act all arrogant just because you were a little bit more than a girlfriend to him? It's not as if you were married to him at the time. And besides, love is free.
Marriage cancellation is enough reason to ask for an alimony.
What?
Also, I've already talked to your parents about this situation.
What? My parents?
Please don't do anything rash until my lawyer contacts you.
Huh?
I'm afraid you won't be able to keep your current job. I suggest you prepare yourself emotionally, starting from now.
Is it the case that this is going to be a much bigger hassle than I thought it was going to be?
Hey, Cassandra. My dad just told me that he's going to make one of the senior managing directors the next CEO, not me. Did you have anything to do with this? Not only that, but he's locating me to a small branch company based in some rural area. What did you do?
It's not that I did something, but that your father was forced to make these decisions because of what you did, no?
What?
To be honest, I was skeptical about the idea of someone who cheats on their fiancé when there's less than a month until the marriage being the next CEO. Did you not think about what the other employees would think of such a man was let off without any sort of punishment? Isn't that why your father did what he did? He made these decisions as the CEO of the company. You should be glad he didn't fire you.
Huh? Marriage and love are private matters. It shouldn't have anything to do with work. There's no reason I should be receiving this sort of treatment.
Aren't you forgetting something extremely important?
What am I forgetting?
That my grandfather is the largest owner of your father's company stocks.
What? Seriously?
Did you really forget about it?
I never even knew. If I had known, I would never have cheated on you.
I at least remember that it came up during conversation when your parents introduced me to you.
You've got to be kidding me.
That's not why what you did was the problem, though. Ugh, I give up.
Cassandra, is it true that your grandfather is the largest owner of stocks at our company?
Yes, it's true.
So it is also true that George is not going to be the next CEO anymore because he angered your grandfather?
While it's true that my grandfather is furious at George for betraying me, it's more that he didn't think that someone who would cheat on his fiancée a month before the wedding was fit to be the next CEO of the company. He asked for George's father's advice, the CEO of the company, as to what he thought. As the largest stockholder of the company, and not as my grandfather. Apparently, the CEO had the exact same opinion. That's when it was decided that he would no longer be the next CEO.
Seriously? And to think that I was going to be the wife of a CEO. Damn it! That means that there was no point in me stealing him from you.
I knew it. So that's what you were really after, huh?
Yes, and that's what you're after too, right? That's the only reason why you would immediately think of asking me for an alimony as soon as you found out the marriage was going to be cancelled.
I'm only exercising my legal rights as a person who was cheated on by their fiancé. Besides, I already earn enough money for myself that I don't really care whether my husband is a CEO or not.
What?
I'm not going to tell you about my job, because I don't want you two doing anything that might harm my business. But I'll just tell you that I'm not interested in any money from my husband.
If that's the case, you don't need to ask me for any alimony, right? You already have all the money you need, probably. Why not just be kind and not ask me for any alimony?
I already told you beforehand. I'm only exercising my legal rights as someone who was cheated on by their fiancé. Doesn't matter whether I have the money or not.
But everyone at the office is giving me these cold looks. And I feel as if I'm kind of forced to quit my job at this company. If you take money from me, then I don't know if I'll be able to get by. So can you just, please?
Don't you think you're messing around a bit too much? An alimony is an expression of sorry in the form of money. You can't just refuse to pay or demand a decrease in the amount without any proper reason. It's just out of the question.
But it's true that I don't have any money.
Bothering me about it is not going to solve anything. I'm only answering your text to answer any questions you might have. But having to deal with someone who doesn't know anything is quite tiresome. Please talk to my lawyer from now on.
Fine, lend me some money then. Then I'll pay your alimony.
Are you telling me that you're going to borrow money from the person you're supposed to pay an alimony to and use that very same money to pay the alimony?
Huh? Wait, what?
It seems that you're so disoriented that you can't even think straight anymore.
What? That's not what I meant. Wait!
I think it would be better if you talked to my lawyer. Not me. Goodbye then.
Hold on! I thought that I would become a celebrity after I became the wife of a CEO, which is why I used up all of my savings. I seriously don't even have any more money. Cassandra, please, do something about it.
I blocked her after that conversation and left everything to the lawyer I had hired. I asked the two of them to pay an alimony up front and also made George pay the cancellation fees for the wedding. With that, I put an end to this whole marriage cancellation business. Apparently, the two cheaters were forced to take on debt because of this, and then two of them moved to a tiny broken-down apartment that was basically a ruin to save money. But their love, either it was never there or it went cold. As soon as they see each other's faces, they immediately start insulting each other. The psychological effects of constantly living in an irritated environment is taking effects on the multiple part-time jobs they're taking as well, it seems. They keep on making mistakes, and the two of them were eventually fired. They no longer had no means to make a living anymore in their hometown, and left for someplace else. What happened to them after that? I don't know.